We have reviewed some history and concepts behind style sheets. Now we can start creating our own style sheet. We should usually begin our style sheets with comments that determine the purpose, developer, and other information about the style sheet. Comments should be entered as shown in this picture, where slash and star is the start of the comment, and star and slash is the end of the comment, and comment is the text of the comment. As with HTML files, it is a good idea in every CSS document to define the character encoding used in the file. In CSS, we do this using @charset, which defines the character encoding such as UTF-8. @charset rule is an example of a CSS rule, which is used to send directive to the browser indicating how the contents of the CSS file should be interpreted or parsed. Another @rule is @import, which is used to import the contents of a style sheet file. In this piece of code, URL is the URL of an external style sheet file. @import is used to combine style rules from several style sheets into a single file. Using multiple @import rules in a CSS file has the same impact as adding multiple link elements to the HTML file. We can set the color of a page using the color property along with a color name such as red, blue, or black. CSS supports 147 colors such as red, green, and yellow, as well as more exotic colors such as orange, crimson, and brown. Because a palette of 147 color names is limited for graphic design, CSS also supports color values, in which the color is given by a numeric value. CSS3 supports two types of color values, RGB and HSL. RGB color values are based on classical color theory, in which all colors are determined by adding three primary colors, red, green, and blue. For example, adding all three primary colors at maximum intensity produces white, while adding any two of the three primary colors at maximum intensity produces the ratio of complementary colors like yellow, magenta, and cyan. HSL color values are based on a color model in which each color is determined by its hue, saturation, and lightness. Hue is the tint of the color and is usually represented by a direction on a color wheel. Hue values range from 0 degree up to 360 degrees, where 0 degree matches the location of red on the color wheel, 120 matches green, and 240 matches the blue. Saturation measures the intensity of the chosen color and ranges from 0% up to 100%. Finally, lightness measures the brightness of the color and ranges from 0% up to 100%. This figure shows how setting the hue to 38 degrees, saturation to 90%, and the lightness to 60% result in a medium shade of orange. Orange, for example, is created from a high intensity of red, a moderate intensity of green, and a total absence of blue. CSS represents these intensities mathematically as a set of numbers called an RGB triplet. Opacity defines how solid the color appears. The color's opacity can be specified using either of the following RGBA and HSLA properties. Opacity sets the opacity of the color ranging from 0 up to 1. We can use color and background styles to define both the text and background color for each element on a web page. Color in styles can be either a color value or a color name.